So I just woke up from this dream. In this dream, I had a knowing that I was in another dimension. So in the dream, I was at home and it was just me. I didn't see my kids and I was poor. I didn't have much money or nothing. And I knew I had to go to some bad area. So I took all the money out of my wallet except for like $10, and I left my credit card and the rest of my cash at home. And so I got in my car, some old light blue car which I don't have now, and I drove to this bad area. I forget where I was going now. I don't know if I was getting my hair done or my nails done. In the area, it was weird. It was like I was driving to an area I know that's called the West Side of Chicago, which is a bad area. And then, but I felt like I live where I live at now, which I don't live in the state of Illinois. So it was kind of weird. But like I said, I knew I was in another dimension. So anyway, I went down there on the west side. Well, I won't say west side because the dream didn't say west side. But I went down to this bad area, and then I was getting done whatever I needed to get done, and somebody stole my wallet. And I was like, oh, thank God I took all my money and everything out of there except for, like $10, but it had my keys in it. And I said, oh, great. I got to figure out how to get my car going. Got to get somebody to help me. So I went to get my car, and I noticed I'm looking all over this parking lot, all over, and I noticed they stole my car. And that's when the panic set in. I said, oh no, they took well, I wasn't panicking at all, to be honest, but I was upset because they took my car. So then I saw my cousin that lived over there, and I told her what happened, and she was like, oh, that's messed up, man. And she had her friends there, and none of them could help me get back home, and none of my family over there. I talked to my aunt, her mom, and my other relatives. Nobody could help me get back home. So I was like really sad because I had to walk all the way home, and it was a great, great distance. And I mean, it was probably upwards 60 miles, maybe even more. So anyway, I I used to walk a lot. I would probably walk like 30 miles before back in the day, but not 60 that I know of. So anyway, I ran into this guy, and he lived in my building. And I was like, oh, thank God. And he had this van, and he had plenty of room to take me home. I said, oh, yes, yes, you can take me home. And I told him what happened, and he said he can't help me. He can't take me home. And I was like, what? Like, you got all this space, is what I was thinking in my head, but I didn't argue with him. And I was just really sad that he was being so evil with me, and he knew my situation. And then after he wouldn't help me, I saw him. He was on the phone with his wife, and he was saying that I need to learn tough love. And I was like, what? So I had to walk all the way home. And I just held my chin up and walked all the way home. And when I got home, I saw this lady, and who I know right now, who's a neighbor of mine. And in the dream, she was a neighbor of mine. And she was trying to give me some grapes because she thought I was real hungry. She thought I was like real poor and stuff, and I needed to be fed. So she was trying to give me these grapes, and I was like, and I just busted out and started crying. And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it." And she like threw the grapes on, well, not threw them. She like placed them on the couch because she was like sad because she thought she made me cry. And I told her, and then there was another lady there who was a friend of hers, and she was trying to give me some kind of gift. I didn't get to see what it was. And then I said, no, no, it's not you. It's just that, I told her what happened. And then I had a knowing that they was gonna help me. They didn't help. They had more money than me. I was like real poor, but they was gonna like give me rides if I needed to or something. So I knew I was in another dimension in this dream, and this is something that I've been really wondering about because a lot of people have had these dreams about. And let me say this: I have not wondered about this in ages, months, months. I haven't been thinking about no other dimensions. I haven't had nothing happen to me today or any time recently to make me think about other dimensions. So I don't know where this dream came from. But in the past months ago, I was thinking about it because other people have dreamed about these other dimensions. And I wondered, was all these people that in these other dimensions evil? Was they all worshiping the devil? Was they all satanic or, not, I wasn't even thinking it was people. I was thinking it was like, devils and giving people false dreams of other dimensions. And because I always thought that all the people in these other dimensions were evil. But in this dream, everybody was evil except for the last two people at the end. They was nice. So I still am left with more questions than answers. Like, is it real? Is it true? We have other dimensions. What on earth?